I kind of like maybe going to an Ivorian player for best player since
Why?
they won the trophy.
I mean, technically, it should work that way, but you also need to look at the role of who did what in terms of carrying the team, right? I think Troost-Ekong really carried the Super Eagles a lot. His contributions were irreplaceable towards that team, especially for them making it to the finals. How many penalties did he vary? How many looks did he have? I think ruling him out of that conversation just because they lost in the finals is a whole different chat.
I think the chat that Sonny and I were having was more along the lines of similarly in that the NBA and basketball used to do this thing where even in the finals, the player that performs the best can win the MVP award, even though his team loses. I personally don't like that because no matter how great Trust was, you still lost, right? So for me, it's like this. It's similar like in the World Cup. No, my thing is like I would have been perfectly fine giving it to Kessié. Kessié had moments throughout the entirety of the tournament and the campaign for Ivory Coast to get them to where they've gotten to. He's been a consistent guy for them the entire tournament. I would have been okay with Adingra as well, right?
You already got best young player.
But he's a young player, but he should have been the player because he assisted on 2 goals as well. Instrumental. So my thing is like not taking anything away from Troost-Ekong. He's been phenomenal, but I would like that respective trophy to go to a player from the winning team. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
What if, for instance, right, in the finals of the World Cup, we give that to Mbappe because he played a better game than Messi.
a hat trick.
What would happen then? It would be uproar. I mean,
Messi's a whole different chat. But Sam, go ahead.
No, I think that it makes sense that way. I can kind of see both sides where we'll use the Messi and Mbappe situation. For Mbappe to do what he did in that World Cup per se, it does make a difference in the whole entire aspect because you got to think about the pressure that's in that game,
right?
What it means to actually bring your team back and how to have it set up.
And he was the only one playing.
No, I'm not saying he was the only one playing. I'm just saying if we're looking at it in that context, right?
I'm saying on the Franck squad.
Right.
He lifted the heavy load.
Right. But even for the AFCON tournament, I mean, you had a lot of great players that balled out, and even you had a lot of great keepers that could even easily won that award as well.
Yes.
Because you have to think about it. A lot of these keepers have kept some of these teams in, especially for those last-minute saves, those wonder saves that push them through because the penalty shootouts that they had over and over again. You got to think to stay that consistent. That's difficult as well. So I'm neutral in this situation.
Which brings me to my next point. We're picking our AFCON 11 best goalie, Williams from South Africa, Ronald Williams. What happened to Nwabali? Your thoughts?
That's a difficult one too.
Why?
No, they're both fantastic keepers. I love Williams. I think that he did extremely well, but Bali I think would probably take it for me.
Gotta be on Nwabali.
Yeah.
Why are you going with Nwabali?
Just because I mean when I saw Nigeria, South Africa, I didn't see Nigeria pinging all these shots that Williams was keeping out. But on the other hand, I saw Nwabali keep Ivory Coast, keep Nigeria in the game. There were at least 3 or 4 chances that he really just stretched and saved.
Blocked a couple of looks, bro.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
the quality of the shots that
they should have been going
South
in.
Africa was taking and the opportunities that they had, to me, absolutely. And also, when you look at it from a head-to-head standpoint and the team's going to PKs, you can't give it to the player whose team lost.
Yeah.